Hey guys, it's Ray, and in this video I want to show the build I'm currently playing, and it's not just a regular Necromancer Kinetic blast of clustering. This version is faster, my version stronger, especially for the current meta. Because I'm using Pharaoh's Bloodline Ascendancy and a Spectre, it's for its Tiger, perfect one, which makes the build both faster on maps and stronger overall. Right away I will say that my current version costs about 100 to 150 divines, but I will add cheaper versions of the build in the description for those who don't have that much currency. You will also find my 3.27 farming strategies there, so you can farm more currency for this build. So regarding the build itself, what is it good at and what can it handle? About content, pretty much almost all content in POE. The clear speed is insane, the survivability is very strong because we have around 10k energy shields. Yeah, I currently have 9k, but yeah, 10k, plus chaos damage immunity, max attack and spell block, huge energy shield leech. So with this build you can farm anything your heart desires except Simulacrum and Deep Delve. And before I go deeper into the details, you have a moment to subscribe, drop a like and leave a comment below. If you don't know what and how Kinetic Blast of Clustering works, then in simple words, when you use the skill, it creates multiple overlapping explosions, dealing damage to enemies in a huge AoE. That's basically the core mechanic you need to understand, and yeah, now let's move on the more detailed breakdown. So let's start with the character overview. My character now is level 95, is Witch, Necromancer, Ascendancy, and as I said before, let me start with defense. I have 9k, sorry, energy shield, but you can manage to get 10k here, which is quite a lot. We have 1 life because we use actually CI build, so right here this node, Chaos Inoculation, so we have immunity to chaos damage, also cap of all elemental resistances, and in maps we have maximum chance to block attack damage, so 75%, and also the same amount of block for spell damage. About defense layers, also we have really good energy shield leech, so we get a lot of energy shield per second when we attack. And about other defense layers, I use in this build Tempest Shield, which gives more chance to block while holding a shield and also immunity to shock. And as well I have Steel Skin right here in this build, which gives extra 800 damage shield. So that's about defense, and now let me talk about items and yeah, what you need to do with it. The first one is wand. This wand is perfect one, like I mean it can be better only if you have more quality on your wands, but basically this one has all the modifiers with tier 1 tag, and it should be with spell damage, maximum mana, critical strike chance, chaos res and attack speed, and it's much better to have all these modifiers tier 1. And this wand cost on trade cost about 20 divines, but I will just teach you how to craft it, spending about 5 to 8 divines. So you need to buy prophecy wands with fractured tier 1 increased critical strike chance. It's pretty cheap now because items on trade, it's very cheap in this league because of this tree. So basically you need to buy this wand base with 84 level, item level and above, and you need to make it rare with Regal Orb and then just start spamming essences of vola for guaranteed increased spell damage until you hit tier 1 or tier 2 maximum mana. So basically I hit right here tier 6 mana. Imagine I get tier 1 because like I will not spend your time just showing it. You just need to spam it, and we need to have all other modifiers actually clear. We need to have only increased spell damage and to maximum mana, so you will need to use an Amulet here. Okay, unlucky, like it should be looking like this. And if you have extra suffix, you don't need to have extra suffix at this moment, then you will need to craft prefixes cannot be changed and just Orb of Scouring to have exactly these 3 modifiers. When you have these 3 modifiers, it's very easy, very simple right now. Go craft can have up to 3 crafted modifiers, and then craft right here you're right, yeah, attacks with this weapon penetrate chaos res, and also its suffix. You craft, where is the crafts? Yeah, it is. You need to craft attack speed. So here it is. You will spend like 5, maximum 8 divines to craft these ones, but it actually costs 20 divines, so yeah, much easier to craft. Now you know how to do it. The next item in my build is basically Serious Crown of the Inward Eye. This helmet gives a lot of maximum mana, global energy shield. We care about mana in this build because mana gives extra damage, so it's what you should be looking for. So energy shield, chaos damage, attack speed, some physical damage and mana. We don't care about life, only about these modifiers. Also, it gives Transfiguration of Soul, of body and mind, so it gives just more spell damage and it works for this build. Basically, you can use Rare Helmet in this build if you struggle with some elemental resistances to make it cap. I was playing with this build, I was playing with Rare Helmet with a lot of energy shield, so it's up to you, but if you want to have more damage, then Craft of the Inward Eye is better option. So yeah, but my amulet is Whispers of Infinity, so basically it gives a lot of flat chaos damage per 100 maximum mana, that's what I was talking about. Basically, it also gives maximum energy shield and skill cost energy shield instead of mana, so that's why we don't care about free mana, because we spent energy shields, and yeah. About allocation, I allocated with Force of Darkness. Everybody does it because it's just a free allocation. It costs almost nothing, like 1 or 5C, and it gives damage penetrates 15 chaos rest, or maybe like 10 to 15 chaos orb, so pretty cheap allocation. About my body armor, it's very easy to craft these body armors or just to buy, because in this league items is, especially 6 links, are super cheap, so it should be with resistances if you need it, intelligence because it gives more energy shields and mana, also as much energy shield as possible, and increased attributes because it gives intelligence as well, and also we care about dexterity and strength in this build to be able to actually wear all the items. About implicits, it should be with physical damage from hits taken as chaos damage, because as you know now, we have immunity to chaos damage, so it basically 11% of physical damage we will not even will not take it because it's like immune to chaos, and 25% to critical strike multiplier for attack damage because Kinetic Blast has attack tag, so just more crit multi, we deal damage with crit. About my shield, it should be shield with chance to block 38% or something like this to be able to have maximum chance to block in mass with all your flasks active. So, and about modifiers, should be with 300 plus energy shield, if you can afford it, of course, elemental resistances, and yeah, that's it. About the rings, left ring is rare one, and it should be with dexterity, intelligence, like I mean, not like particular this ring should be with intelligence and dexterity, but you can see now I have 115 strength and 130 dexterity, so no matter where you can get it, just you should focus on getting this amount of strength and dexterity to be able to use all of these items. So yeah, I have intelligence, dexterity, also maximum energy shield, and I just crafted extra increased chaos damage, so why not? Yeah, rarity is just random here, and evasion rating, we don't care about it. But my other ring is Chevron Revelation with implicit. I mean, this ring costs really cheap. I mean, it costs less than 1 divine, but it gives more strength and dexterity that we actually need. And this ring gives a lot because we have it in right slot, so plus 20 plus 250 to maximum mana, and also we have a lot of energy shield regeneration, but we cannot regenerate mana, but we don't care about mana regeneration because we spent energy shield. So this is the best option, and try to buy with strength and dexterity and implicit corruption and as much intelligence as possible, so it depends on your budget. About my glows is Warlock glows. I crafted these glows myself. Pretty easy, just buy Warlock glows with fractured one of resistances that you need, and then just start spamming essences for to maximum energy shield until you hit increased energy shield and some resistance, and then I just had 3 suffix, that's why I crafted increased global crit chance and plus chaos damage, flat chaos damage if I've dealt a critical strike recently. About implicits, gain 1 rage on attack hit is crucial here, is really necessary, and the other one I just decided to get this one, so increased damage per 100 intelligence. I guess this one is not bad, so but you can get something else, but yeah, I just wear this one, and yeah, so I have almost 300 energy shields on these glows. About my belt, it's crystal belt because it has the most maximum energy shield. And about modifiers, this one is almost perfect, I guess. So tier 1 mana, tier 1 energy shield, and tier 2 increased maximum energy shield, so it's Crusader mod. So I just targeted getting as much ES as possible, also mana because it's extra damage and resistances that I needed, and strength that I also needed to get this amount. So try to buy something or to craft something like this. About my boots, I have Sage Sleepers with intelligence energy shields, resistances, increased movement speed, and just crafted increased energy shield as well. So yeah, try to get boots with 200 plus energy shield. And about modifiers, I mean implicit eldritch modifiers, I got increased action speed, it's the best one, and the second one can differ. I just decided to go for chance to avoid elemental elements, just extra defense, so pretty good option right here. About my flasks, just copy my flask from my patho building, from my mobalytics. Just Rumi's flask for block, diamond flask for crits and chance to avoid being stunned, also quicksilver for more crit chance, silver flask for onslaughts and less effect of curses, and quartz flask for phasing, more suppress and increased movement speed. All of this magic flask also has chance to gain a flask charge when you deal a critical strike, to have more charges, because we deal a lot of crits with this build. About grafts, one of your grafts should be 100% with overcharge sinews. Basically, this one gives a lot, because on critical strike in an enemy, this graft will apply a stack of jolt to you, and these jolts will grant more maximum attack damage at the cost of taking increased damage, and can stack up to 10 times. Or with modifier that I have, you can see on my graft, I have overcharge used by this graft can apply plus 40 maximum jolt buffs, so I have 14 maximum, and it actually scale our damage like 30% more damage or something like this. But modifiers on the graft itself, I just got increased maximum mana and just increased graft blood gained to get more this graft blood from the bridge. And so this one is crucial for this build. Try to get this one. I mean I just spent about 30 chaos orbs on this graft, so pretty cheap. And about my another one, I don't know, it can be very a lot of options, but I guess Dance in the White is the most stable one, because how it works, basically we can use this graft and it will cast a tornado, and when we deal critical strikes with our kinetic bolt, it will just deal more damage. And you can see my actually kinetic bolt is just MTX with this galaxy effect, so yeah, you can get the same for the coins. That's about my grafts. Now about my passive tree, about my skills, and just some really important information. So you can see my passive skill right here, a passive tree, sorry. And basically, let me start with the Ascendancy. We take this one, Mistress of Sacrifice right here, because it gives your offering skills also affect you. And we need it because basically we have Bone Offering right here, which gives chance to block, attack and spell damage, and we need it to actually get this not for minions, for ourselves, so just to have cap of block. Here we need a Plague Bringer to have, because it gives more damage and we take less damage when we consume corpses. And you don't need to spend any extra buttons in just maps. All you need to use is just Shield Charge and Kinetic Blast of Clustering, and I use Convocation if my beast, my spectre, is too far away from me to just call him, and Steel Skin if I'm dying. So you don't need to spam any buttons, it's very easy gameplay. So that's about a Plague Bringer right here. And the last you need to take on Necromancer Ascendancy is Corpse Pact, because it gives increased attack and cast speed for each corpse consumed recently. Oh, I forgot to mention corpses, because we actually right here we use Volatile Death of Seeding right here and Desecrate. So when we just kill enemies, we will spawn fireballs, and you don't need to care about it, you don't need to activate any auras, it will be automatically casted, and it actually it's actually corpses, so we get extra buffs from it. And about Farrul's Ascendancy that I decided to take, I just tested with Eul's Ascendancy, which gives you cannot be your action speed cannot be lowered below the base value, but you can't wear any gems in your boots. I just decided to go for Farrul, which gives Farrul's Wild Presence is an aura which grants 20% increased attack, cast and movement speed, and prevents action speed from being lowered below the base value. So when you have Spectre active with Beast tech, so it can be only Beast, like I have a Forest Tiger right here. This one is perfect Forest Tiger, and it costs about 10 to 12 divines right now. But you can get just a regular tiger a Forest Tiger, so no non-perfect, which costs like few Chaos Orbs, and it will give you this buff for more attack, cast, and movement speed. But what the point to use this expensive Spectre that you will get Haste Aura, which gives even more attack, cast, and movement speed. So you know what it means. With this Ascendancy and with this Spectre, I get Haste Aura, free Aura with attack, cast, and movement speed, and also I have 20% more, even more attack and cast and movement speed because he is actually near my location. And if he is far away, I just recall him, so it's not that hard. And don't forget that in 3.27 patch notes, GGG just changed if actually the Spectre dies in map. So don't worry, you can just go to your hideout or open next map, and you can just it will be revived again. So yeah, now they're not dying. You don't need to buy it a lot of times. Like, yeah, but don't forget, you can't like unequip your Wraith Spectre gem because he will die, and then if you did, don't forget to recast it or you will just lose your Divine. Okay, I just unequipped my Wraith Spectre and I just lost my 12 Divines, perfect Forest Tiger, just to show you, and now I can't recast it because it's just some fucking random mob recasting. But okay, 12 Divines, it's fine, but yeah, don't actually try it at home, don't make this mistake, don't unequip your Wraith Spectre. But if you did, just go and click Wraith Spectre again and cast it. So I just casted wrong minion. That's why I actually decided to take this Ascendancy and this node. So we get, with a Haste Aura, we get 40% increased attack, cast, and movement speed, and it's really huge. About my passive tree, you can copy my tree from Mobalytics and from passive building. Basically, everything is very clear. We use here Healthy Mind, which gives increased maximum mana, and also all reductions to life are transformed to apply to mana at 200% of their value, so even more mana. I have around 5,000 mana, but if you will invest more currency, you can get like 6 or like almost 7,000 of mana, so it will scale your damage a lot. Also, I use one Runegraft of Refraction right here, which gives more fork, and actually this one actually scales your damage a lot, so don't forget about this Runegraft. You can cast it here or like here. But yeah, it's very crucial here. And we have like one large cluster with Feed the Fury, Heavy Hitter, and Prodigious Defense. So you can use any other large cluster jewel that you like, but I just decided to go for this one. And it gives more leech, it gives more damage. And basically, medium cluster jewel, the most important added passive skill on this jewel is Overwhelming Melee, because it gives a chance to gain Unholy Might for 4 seconds on critical strike, which gives more physical damage converted to chaos, and also we apply Wizard stacks on hit. So you should just have medium cluster with Overwhelming Melee. But yeah, other skill gem, other passive skill can be anything you prefer. So that's about my passive tree. Also, I have one Lethal Pride with two nodes with increased chance to deal double damage here and here, and also I have chance to intimidate enemies to deal more attack damage. If you don't know how to calculate your Lethal Pride, I will attach a guide in the description, so it's super simple if you will just watch the video below. So that's about my passive tree. About skills that we use, let me just start with my main body armor links. So Kinetic Blast of Clustering, main skill, right? Returning projectiles to make projectiles return, and they will deal more damage, more AoE, and you shouldn't care about targeting an enemies because it will be projectiles everywhere, anywhere. So yeah. The next one is damage on full life. It gives more damage while on full life, and as we have only one life, 1 of 1, so it's always maximum, so just 3 more damage. Sacred Wisps give even more damage, even more increased damage, and it just will spawn the Sacred Wisps. It will deal like more damage in AoE. Void Manipulation, it can be Awakened Void Manipulation, but I have the regular one because it's almost no difference. It gives like more chaos damage, and we cannot deal elemental damage, so we deal only chaos and a little of physical. The last one here is increased critical damage support for more crit multi. Here we have Assassin's Mark with Merc on hit and Flame Dash, so we use Shield Charge in maps, but we use Flame Dash if we need to jump. and here we have faster attacks with shield charge and tempest shield, and also precision for increased critical strike chance. Here we have Spellsinger with Bone Offering and Tornado, so you shouldn't care about these auras because they will be, you just need to activate your 2 Spellsingers, and Precision and Tempest Shield, and all other auras will be activated automatically because you use Spellsinger. Right here we have Volatile Death of Seating, Desecrate, again Spellsinger, and Spell Cascade. So that's what I just what I just explained with these fireballs, just extra damage, extra AoE, and extra clearing. And the last one is Steel Skin. You can play without Steel Skin if you don't want to waste one socket for gems, but I just do if I'm dying against boss, just use space and give extra defense, so why not? Then Ray Spectre, Convocation to be able to call him, to get closer, to get Haste Aura if you have Spectre with Haste Aura, or if you use just a regular Tiger, Forest Tiger without Haste. Anyway, it gives regeneration. And the last one is Mid Shield to make our minion actually tankier. That's all about my skill gems, my passive tree, my defense, and damage is vary a lot. Right now it shows 200k DPS, but I just lost my beast. I don't get like now my Ferrul's buffs, and also I don't have haste aura, but in hideout it shows like about 300k DPS, but in fight it shows about 2.5 million, so it's really a lot. 2.5 million on your tooltip. So basically any tier 17 boss, it's very easy for this build. Now about Regex, how to roll your tier 17 maps, what modifiers I really recommend you to avoid in tier 17 maps: Reflect Physical, all maximum resistances, chance to block attack damage, less defenses, less regeneration per second from leech, volatile cores, and remove 5% of life under the shield or on hit. So basically I will add this Regex in the description, so you will be fine. I really do enjoy this build, and I will just invest even more into this build. So yeah, it was Ray as always. I really love this build. Thank you for watching, good luck, and yeah, goodbye.